Well, hello. It's been a few months since I've posted a video. A lot going on. Get all set here. Took some notes today. All right. So, last thing we talked about before the election. Obviously, Biden thinks he won. Well, unfortunately, he became a president of a corporation that went bankrupt. So he's not really a president. So what you're watching out there it's a movie. It's trying to wake up the people that have been sleeping and not paying attention and keeping an eye on the media and thinking the media is going to tell you the truth. Well, the media is CIA. Always has been, always will be, until now. It's going to be taken down very shortly, within the next few months. In 1951, I think it was, the Congress did a ethic committee over the CIA involvement with CBS, NBC, and one of the other channels. And the conclusion of that was the CIA said that they were manipulating propaganda on our news stations. They're supposed to be out there by this 1972, and they didn't leave. All right, so that's that. So media, don't listen to the media. You gotta search out people like me or Charlie Ward or Mel K or Patriot Fighter. Yeah, you guys should know if you're out looking around. So they just had a big meeting, 107, out in Vegas over last weekend, and they premiered a movie called Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom is about the child trafficking. Remember, this whole fight is save the children. Donald Trump came in, executive orders after executive orders about saving the children and holding everybody responsible. Excuse me, I'm in the office. All right. So he's got executive orders for saving the children. 800,000 get missing in the United States. 2.1 million are taken worldwide. And most of that trafficking has been stopped. If you watch the news, and if you can find articles, there's articles all over the place, all different cities and towns in the United States and Europe that are taking down a lot of sex trafficking rings. Super Bowl, famous ritual, halftime. Watch the halftime shows. It's all Satan crap. Last year, 33 in Atlanta, they took down 33 sex trafficking rings. This year, they took down 75 down there in Tampa. So Sound of Freedom is going to be a movie released probably by, I don't know if it's going mainstream or it's going to go through a lot of your YouTube truth community. But it's based on a true story. Tim Baylor is an actor there. He's the one that did the Christ movie with Mel Gibson. What was the name of that? You guys know. All right, so here's a few things I've learned. Okay. Epstein will be exposed. Don't know if it's going to have tapes of him exposing things. But, by the way, he's still alive. He's in Greenland prison. Very cold there. I think they just took Cuomo, our governor, over there. I'm hoping they did. He was taken out and they were replacing with some kind of body double or something because it definitely don't look like him anymore. He was very... if you watch the beginning of the press conferences when we first came out with this scamdemic of a overrated flu, to shut down the New World Order wanted to collapse the government so they can take over with their reset. That's another story I'll tell you. We'll talk about a little bit, but So Epstein will, whoever visit that island is going to get, they'll be getting in trouble. Okay. So Epstein's probably going to, I don't know how that's going to work out, but that's going to turn around and bite a lot of people. The bullshit they had on Netflix, not even close to what he is. The shit that was done on that island, it's unspeakable. Unspeakable. So I don't know how much that's going to come out to the public. But the thing with the movie Sound of Freedom, it's supposed to be an awakening. When people realize what's been going on with the children, how they've been doing their rituals, and how they've been draining their blood for adrenochrome and just Hollywood, a whole royals and hunting parties, and that's what's going to bring us together. I mean, a lot of people think we got a civil war right now, Republicans against Democrats. No, Republicans and Democrats are all the same mix scum, okay? They're all scum. We got to change our government, and we're going to. There's a lot of things that's going to be coming out. I'll post that in another video, but we're going to change the way government. We're going to rule as we're supposed to, we the people, under our Constitution, okay? So that's where the direction we're going. So as soon as it's all exposed, people are going to wake up, and we're going to be all in one. If you love children and you don't want to do no harm to these children, we're all going to meet in the middle and conquer these people and have them never come back again. There's going to be some people not going to believe it. I mean, I've watched the Hillary Clinton email. I mean, what's his name? What's his name? Anyway, I forgot. There's so much. I mean, every day I'm learning stuff. Every day, it's nonstop. But the Wiener laptop. I saw some of that. Yeah, yeah. So when people start learning what's going on with rituals and sacrificing the children and draining them with blood and scaring the crap out of them and putting them in cages, it's going to wake them up. So let's talk about the White House. White House has had Insurrection Act, right? Not official, but the military's in control. That whole thing, what was it, January 6th, whatever? That was all staged by these elites, the Republicans, Nancy Pelosi, and the other leader there. I can't even say his name. I got to figure out a new name for that guy. Scum would be my best bet, but Rhino, he's a rhino, you know. They even had one of the senators and congressmen, I forgot who it was, brought a tour in the day before to show them where to go. Same people. The Antifa, the Black Lives Matters, right? Right. So there was some patriots here. They're upset that Pence didn't do the right thing. But the problem is he couldn't do the right thing. Just like the Supreme Court. They got no standing. There's no standing because there's no government. You had an election for a bankrupt corporation. U.S. Inc. Vatican Federation. Okay, that's who's owned us. Our tax money has gone to the Vatican since 1913. Doesn't help us out. Not at all. All right. So the military's in control. Okay. The White House is they've been saved. There's a now if you don't know about the tunnels, look them up. Underground tunnels all throughout the United States and Europe. Ancient, been around thousands of years, and with modern ones. Right. They have a train that went from Washington D.C. underground, Tesla invention. 45 minutes to L.A. with a 15-minute stop in Vegas. Yeah, Anyway, there was supposedly close to 200,000 Chinese troops underneath in the tunnels underneath D.C. in the capital. There's been a war going on with our special forces. If you look, you've probably already seen there's smoke coming all over the place in D.C. Fog, they say. No, no. They're trapping these guys. You hear gunshots in the middle of the night. They're trapping them, blowing both ends, and letting them stay there. They can eat each other. It's up to me. I don't care. The Chinese Communist Party, they're revolting in China, going after these guys. They're pretty much almost done. They still have their little areas. All right. So, Trump's speech, loved it. A lot of code. The vaccine, he says vaccine, he says military. 3 times he says about the Constitution, how's it written. He also mentioned Biden's not in the White House. In his the way he talks. It's awesome. Awesome. You got to learn the comms, but if you haven't learned by now, it's tough. You got to go back to the cube map and all that and really understand that, that's it's a military thing. So, remember, no more bullshit. All right? Pentagon won't even let Biden in. Biden don't even have the football. It's not even Biden. Biden was executed a year and a half ago for crimes against humanity. Well, he's under children. He sacrificed his first wife and daughter to get into the club, get into the billionaire club. He's got money islands. He got one. He had an island too by Epstein. Okay. He's got houses. His family's got billions of dollars all throughout the world. You don't see that on the news. That was reversed. Trump had all that. That all would have came out, right? Now you know what side the media's on. Yep. They're all CIA operatives. Yep. So, what else we got going on? This is my first video. I'm always nervous about videos, I had 4 followers last time. It was fine. But we all got to get out there and just talk, okay? Can't talk about the V because I'll get kicked off. You know what the V is, right? The scamdemic, okay? They're waiting also. Trump's team is waiting for us to stand up and tell our government it's against the Constitution to close my business down. It's against the Constitution to make me put something on my face and restrict the air, an oxygen that God gave me. I have the God-given right to start a business, to make a living, to protect my family. And we're going to open these schools up. It's criminal to for my opinion, to put a mask on a child. You're restricting oxygen. Hazmat classes for 30 years. 30 years. You put a mask on, put the meter there. 15 seconds later, it's buzzing. Because my oxygen went from 21 to 17. And your carbon dioxide is coming out into your mask. And the bacteria is growing. It's coming in you. Getting into your throat. Cancer and stuff. Kids are committing suicide because they're locked in their house. These Zoom meetings. You get zoomed out of my ass, see? No more bullshit. Fuck these Zoom things. We need contacts. 6 feet away you have to be. You have to put a mask on. What do they do at rituals? When they're in that circle. Right? And they got some child in the middle. The little Pentagon devil shit things. And they're sacrificing that child. And they're all in robes. Guess what? They all wear a mask. And they're all 6 feet apart. That's a ritual that the New World Order laid down on us for a virus. For a common cold. We the people run the government. Government don't run us. Read, study, learn that Constitution, because we're going to need some good Constitution judges. We're going to do more community things going to start happening. There's going to be projects out there. Robert Steele, another great guy to listen to. Okay, ex-CIA. Okay, ex-CIA. Okay, pedophilia, child trafficking organization he belonged to with Sasha Stone, another great guy. I love that guy. Love him. We're going to do communities. We're thinking about pushing it out and getting the military involved. Right? We have all these, remember, Trump brought all these soldiers back. Okay? All these special guys take care of the tunnel work. They're going to need a lot of therapy. They're going to need a lot of help. These kids are going to need a lot of help. And there's going to be money out there available. If you feel like you can get yourself a ranch, or you can get some kind of activity or anything for these children that have been rescued, that have been down there, they could be 15th generation child of living in this underneath the ground. It's gross. Yeah, and we honor these Hollywood people. We honor these celebrities, these politicians, these Cuomos, these elites, these George Soros group, and Clinton, gross. It's all coming to an end. Thank God. God has a hand in this, getting rid of this evil. And everybody has no patience because nothing's happening. Well, you're not looking at the right places if you feel like nothing's happening. Okay? We're in God's timeline. Things are happening. Oh my God. Every day I'm learning stuff. My head's ready to explode. But it's all good things. And the Sarah's coming out soon. That should be announced. Okay? I'm going to do a short video on that. The guy, Patriot fighter, he gave it a good explanation. So right after this video, I'll post that one because it explains that. So med beds are coming. 3 types of med beds that they kept from us since the 40s and 30s. My dad died a year ago. He'd still be alive if this nonsense wasn't going on. We could have straightened his shit out and they're going to put him in the med bed. Okay? Because they're going to, one med bed, well, any organ, any limb that's been removed from you, lost in a war, this med bed will put it back. I got a cousin in Las Vegas. She's been on spina bifida. She's not going to live till she ain't going to live past 18. Well, she went to 18, 21. She ain't going to live past 30. Well, she's 47. Still can't walk. But I'm hoping this med bed, put her on that med bed, first time she'll walk. She thinks I'm nuts. My whole family thinks I'm nuts because, you know, I've been going after the truth, looking for the truth. I don't watch the media. I used to watch CNN, Fox, and listen to both sides of the story and go, let's see what they're trying to tell us. Read between the lines. Yeah, I worked government 30 years, small government, but I see what goes on. Nothing different. So then they got a second med bed supposed to be. So you want to learn? I don't know. I just explain what the second one is, but there's like 3 of them, but they're all going to be good. They're all going to be available. So all these good doctors and these good these nurses, the ones that didn't give somebody a false negative test. Okay. The ones that really want to be there to help us. I hope they'll be able to use these beds and do what they were placed from God to be on this earth, because they're caring people. I've had friends of mine that just left the whole business because they couldn't stand the doctors, because the doctors didn't care about the patient, or about the money. Yeah. What else? Oh, there's a patent. This is pretty cool. There's a patent called TR3. It's a Navy patent. They've had this for a while, of course. And it's a lot of spaceships you see. But it's an anti-gravity ship, shape of a triangle. And they're going to be available. And it's pretty wild. Our electric soon, down the road. Tesla, we're going to use magnetic instead of this electric bullshit we got to pay for. Magnetics going to be free. It's going to be in the air. Elon Musk is got a warehouse in Texas right now making towers. They're putting the towers all over the place. You're going to have a little box about 4x4, maybe 6x6. And you're going to hook up and going to give you electric free for forever. All right? It's going to be awesome. Things are going to happen. Right now, we're going through hell. And we have to. We have to wake these people up. The people that are sleeping. People that watch CNN and MSA and believe all this crap. You notice they're still just bashing. I don't watch it. I don't have cable. But people have been telling me, you know, they just bash Trump. I mean, he's out of office. Or is he? Okay. He's our president through the Constitution that he signed July 4th of 2020. There's 2 presidents. It's happened before during Lincoln. Know your history. Know the real history. So Trump will be still the president. That's why I did a State of the Union address on the last day of February, because you have to do a State of the Union if you're president, January or February. People are saying, "Oh, Biden." Nah, usually they don't really do a State of the Union when they first get in office. They haven't done anything. We know what Biden's done. Yeah, sniffs children, grabs them in the boobs. A lot of video of that. Not on the media. Oh, God forbid. God forbid we don't show the true side of the Biden puppet show. But anyway, all those puppeteers are gone. There's still ones out there, you know, fighting a fight. But you know, when your back's against the wall and you know you're going to be killed or dead or put in prison for life, you're going to do what you got to do to get away. So they're still fighting them. Most of them have been taken out. But we got to go through this hell. We got to wake people up. And at this point, trying to wake somebody up, I don't know. It's very hard. I try all the time. My family thinks I should go in the loony bin. Whatever. There's too many of us. Where we go one, we go all. Throughout the world. And then all these other countries, they're all fighting against this lockdown. They're all standing up, going on the streets. What's America doing? Yeah, it might happen. I don't know what we're going to do. Wrong answer. We got to learn the law and go after these school boards, these county executives, and talk to your sheriff. If you have a decent sheriff, learn the law about the sheriffs. They are voted by us, the people. We voted the sheriff in. Sheriff's got to stand by the Constitution. He has more rights than the governor and the county executive. The sheriffs can get together as a group and call this whole lockdown face mask wearing ritual thing they got going on with 6 feet apart and stop it. Because it's against the Constitution. So, it's happening. We got military guys out there going to start running for office. We got to get involved. Communities. Oh, and stay away from a lot of these big corporations that are feeding the New World Order. Well, what's left of the New World Order. Okay? Find it. If you need something to buy, try to find a local store, a small store. Don't go to Walmart. Don't ever go to Walmart. Walmart was trafficking children and child organs in their trucks. They paid for widening the river going to the Wuhan lab, where they were cloning children to make adrenochrome. That's Walmart. Evergreen shipping containers. What was Hillary Clinton's Secret Service name? Evergreen. She's a sick person. Evil as they come. Not as evil. But it's probably the same evil as that Michael Von Robinson. You know who that is, right? Big Mike. Michelle Obama. Oh, yeah. She was the boss. Yeah, sick. She's the one that, not this Easter, I think last Easter, or could have been 2 Easters ago, I don't remember. But when the um, uh, when Notre Dame's church was destroyed, okay, she was there for the weekend. She was supposed to sacrifice 666 kids to bring Satan up, Lucifer up from there. See, this is what they think. They believe this stuff. Thank God the White Hats rescued those, and the Alliance rescued those kids. Then they shot a beam down into that church because there's a big ritual underneath that church. So some laser beam went right through that church, destroyed it. Old Big Mike ran over there to see what the hell was going on. She didn't realize it wasn't Easter. She didn't know what day it is. She's a puppet too. It's all about saving the children. This whole journey that Trump's on is taking out the elites, saving the children. 1.2 million children are missing. Why do you think there's wars? What happens in wars? There's orphan kids. And the adrenochrome thing, they like the darker ones. Something to do with whatever's in the genes. I don't understand it. But yeah, that's why they create wars. I know. And then you got the wars over there, and you got the Saudis and whatever, the Middle East. I don't pay attention to this now. They're all a bunch of jerks. Okay? Names don't mean nothing to me. But all of them are fighting against each other. They hate each other. Right? Then I have a friend that was sitting at a table, and they were there, next to each other, talking, laughing. Went up to him, asked him, I thought you guys didn't like each other. It's all money. It's all politics. Just like blacks against whites, and, Democrats versus Republican, okay? In Korea, Soo Bak-do against Tang Soo-do. It's all divide you. Divide and conquer. Oldest trick in the world. Oldest trick in the world. When you wake up, boy, it's a killer. A lot of crying, especially with the kids. I've been crying every day. It's all going to come out. And that's going to wake people up. Let's hope. I mean, if you don't understand when you find out and get on the right side of this, then you need to go off this earth. That's the way I look at it. So, with March Madness, we'll see what March brings. There's no time dates. I'm not giving you dates, but, it's in God's hand. It's in God's hand. Thank the Lord. This whole awakening for me has brought me more closer to God. Even my love at home, she thought I was a little nuts, certain things I say, but I don't want to tell her everything because it's a lot about the children. But only a lot of things she thinks some, And I got very religious right off the bat, and her family was like, "Oh, why is Gary so religious now?" Guys like Phil McConnell, great guy. Certain people I follow, and then knowing what's going on, had to bring you closer to God. It had to. When there's that much evil in the world, you got to get on God's vibration. You got to put God in your spark in your heart. So all of a sudden, my wife now, she's big into God now. She understands. Now she's fighting the fight. She's out there. Like I did it for 2 years. And I got tired, Now she's there. And she talks a lot better than me. Like if this was reversed, my wife would be like, boom, boom, boom. You understand her, Yeah, I'm all over the place. I have dyslexic. I can't even say the word, but it is what it is. I love myself. I love God. Love my children. And that's what we're fighting for, our children and their grandkids. When Sarah comes, okay, we're getting our money back. Slowly. They're not going to just, there you go, it's $13 million. On the average to 17. Get it? 17. But they're going to give you a little here, a little there. There's going to be projects out there if you want to get on humane society, to help out the children or help out the vets. Because now you got a lot of vets waking up with this movement, this truth movement. Realizing they were out there fighting and seeing their friends getting blown up, their heads blown off next to them for the banks. For Rome. For these guys to make money. It's killing them. I belong to Green Knights, military motorcycle club. I was only through basic training, and my recruiter messed up, but I raised my hand, swore an oath, protect this country, foreign or domestic, or foreign, which is Washington, D.C., 10 miles square. It's Washington, D.C. of Columbia, District of Columbia. It's a foreign land that I'm hoping to get a contract to help knock that whole place down, because it's all Masonic, evil. They had ritual rooms underneath the White House. There's ritual rooms underneath the Congress, the Senate Hall. Yeah, look on the walls when they have their little meetings in the state capitol. It's got a little square. The line goes inside. That's a male pedophilia sign. Right in our face, all the time. So do some research. There's a lot out there. I mean, they've taken a lot of it down. It's tough. A good one to go on to learn would be a lot of the drcharlieward.com. He's got some good stuff. He's got a little intel guy that's been down in D.C. He's got a guy in part of the alliance. It's like 8,000 people in the alliance. What's coming up? Maybe I'm thinking Barr might come out. He might be testifying, I think. I don't know what it is. The court system's shot, so obviously you've noticed that if you're a Trump fan. But again, there's no standing. There's no government. So how can you reject an election that was cheated? I mean, Trump got military knows. Military has it all. Okay, they snuck a little quantum. What's it called? Quantum election vote. They got a quantum system for voting. It's amazing what it is. Tags it. So a lot of this paperwork was tagged. That little watermark, and they were smart paper. Smart paper was so smart, it's military grade, that when you mark who you want to vote for, it records it in a satellite. That's why the night of the election, they caught a guy with bags full of Trump ballots heading to Canada. Then they caught another person with a bag full of ballots heading to Mexico to get rid of it. They caught it because they knew where it was GPS. They knew exactly where it is. That's why Trump kept saying the military. They found the ballots in the gutter. Military ballots in the gutter because they were tracking it. Right now, the military's analyzing everything. Everything. The military's going to come in. Don't be aware. Don't be afraid. Okay? They're going to take over. Government has to, NESARA is going to be announced. When NESARA is announced, that means all government's got to fold. And we got to re-elect all the Congress and senators and all that. If they go that way, no one knows the plan. But we know certain things are going to happen. Okay? When that comes out, Trump will still be the president because obviously they cheated on the election. It only takes one state to make it a void. Or we go vote again. We use a quantum voting system. The quantum voting system, it's all ID. You can use your phone, you can use your computer. If you don't have neither one of those, you can go to the post office because the post office got a patent for that a while back. And we'll know one day who voted. I think it's going to be a little more than 103 million voted for Trump and 27 million voted for Biden. Biden's lucky he'll get one if they expose him. So they said a Biden crime family 10 times worse than the Clinton Foundation, Clinton organization. And she had 71 of her friends commit suicide. Nice lady. But she's a puppet. She's a puppet to the 13 families, the bloodlines. Okay? The Phoenicians. Cain. Goes all the way back from Adam and Adam and Eve, right? Abel, Cain, Canaanites. Learn that history. Rome. Did the Roman Empire ever fall? No. No. They introduced sports, the Colosseum. You know why they introduced the sports at Colosseum during the Roman time? Prior to that, it was utopia. God sent out Solomon to find gold. Solomon went around and found the gold. They all lived good. Everybody around was living great. Then some Caesar guy, whatever. Let's make a Colosseum. Let's build a Colosseum. Let's start stealing the money from the people as they go to watch their sports and bet on their sports. Look what sports done in this country. And I'm guilty as the rest of them. How many hours did I spend watching NASCAR or football away from my family, my kids? Okay? It's to keep us all busy as they steal the money from us. Yeah. The Masera goes through, which pretty much is there. No more debt. No more debt. Anything to do, any loan you have that has a capital letters, your name, capital letters, that made you part of the corporation. Okay? Your living name, my living name is capital G, A-R-Y, capital R, I-T-C-H-I-E. That's my living name. That's a corporation name. That's how they take your money. When you're born, you can't leave a hospital without a birth certificate, correct? Yeah. That birth certificate is ownership to the corporation. Your name is on a stock exchange. Well, it was. I don't know if it could be. I don't know. It's all happening now, so I don't know what's going to happen here. But your name was on there, trading you. Millions of dollars. Yep. 1871 became a corporation. 1913 they started the Federal Reserve, which is a corporation, just like the CDC. It's a corporation. Fauci is the highest paid federal government, $36,000 a year, to lie to us. Do you know that he wrote a paper about the Spanish flu? Remember Trump kept saying the Spanish flu? Yeah. He said that the mask that they put on him killed more people than the actual Spanish flu. It's Fauci. I call him Fuji. Or Fujat. I don't like calling people by their right name. Like McStain. You guys know about McStain, right? McCain. He's the one that put together ISIS and all that to kill our own people. McStain. I don't know if he was executed or still in life imprisonment. Not a good guy. All right, so let me think. Yeah, that's about it for now. I'll play another video explain about the Nusra, and keep the faith. Pray for Trump's family, the military that's underneath the ground fighting the Chinese. Pray for the children. There's something that I heard about therapy for the children. They read them the Bible, the true Bible. A lot of false Bibles out there. A lot of stuff they kept from us. But they've been reading the kids the Bible, and they were recovering a little bit. I'm hoping to get involved with some humane organizations. Phil McConnell was supposed to do the McConnell Ranch, but I don't know if you know the story about Phil McConnell. They put him in jail. He exposed the child trafficking. They were taken from the states, Minnesota, Wisconsin, the mid-states over there, and they were, through a doctrine of law, they were taking these children to Broward County, most corrupt county in the country. Didn't know that, did you? And they were taking them to Ukraine. Well, he exposed that, and they arrested him for threatening a lawyer in family court. No bail, over a year. And then his wife died of cancer. So hoping he's still gonna. He's old. He's 72 now. Yeah, 72. He actually called me from jail. I sent him a letter when he went in. He called me from jail. I felt bad for him. I thought he was gonna get out soon, so I did a rush. I rushed a letter to him. You know, told him I'm retiring in a few years. If you need somebody to help build the ranch, I got heavy equipment operators, stuff like that. Anything you need, my love will help with gardening and educate the kids. Kids been trafficked. They were trying to rehab soldiers. And he says, yeah. And he called. He goes, you're funny. He goes like, oh yeah, because he also exposed George Bush Sr. Yeah, his sister was worked for George Bush. She was special force, special something, another sick person. And she left her laptop up, and he read the laptop. And then he put a little USB, whatever. Took all that out. They said the file would fill up a room 14 by 14 to the ceiling of what they got out of there. Everything. George Bush is a sick son of a bitch. Sick son of a bitch. He was executed too. But anyway, so I sent him over back to field, right? So I sent him a letter. I sent him over. I mailed it out and want to do it overnight because I thought he was just being here a week, fucking year. So then he calls me, and they must have, at the post office, they must have put a bunch of George Bush stamps on it to get it out there. He goes, oh, that was fucking funny. He goes, because all those Bush stickers, and we got talking, and then there's a black guy next to him. He goes, this is my brother. I talked to him. So I got talking to this other inmate. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, he's the federal whistleblower for the 9/11 attacks with the planes. That's another story. That's going to come out too. Assad and the deep state took that towers down. They took 2 towers down and made 1. That's what they're trying to do now with these children. You can be a boy, you can be a girl, you can be this, you can be that. Kind of blend the sexes together. The Bala worshippers and they're synthetic. They just believe this stuff. It's all from the Canaanites. Unbelievable. So it's a lot of stuff there. I've been him and horning about putting this video out because I'm not just a greatest talker in the world, but I try my best. I've learned a lot in 4 years. And I knew stuff back there. I knew Kennedy's assassination was bullshit. They had 8 shooters in Kennedy's shooting. The last guy caught him. It was the driver get him. Now the fucking mafia guy was in the storm drain, took him out. Yeah, yeah. He started the Q movement. All right, he knew he was going to be shot. The military and the Secret Service to protect him. Who knows? That might have been a bodyguard in that car, a body double in that car. If that's true, I already had a stroke not long ago. And John F. Kennedy, his son, he said, I will find the killers of my dad if I got to take down the whole government. And guess what? He's around. And there's no more bullshit. Okay? Princess Di, I hear she's still around. It's funny how she hit the 13th column when she died. 13th column. Q. Clue. Oh, I might get this video probably taken away because I keep on saying that word. Forgot. Can't say the V word. You know, the scandemic. I don't think I'm supposed to say the Q word either. We'll see if this stays up. I don't have a lot of followers, so who the hell knows. And yeah, so Princess Di. So what I read is, what I understand is that Princess Di is gonna expose the royals. Kennedy Jr. will expose the politicians. And yes, Michael Jackson is going to expose the entertainment business. He was no pedophile. He was saving those children from pedophiles. And they twisted around, made him look like a pedophile. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's Hollywood. That's the media. Propaganda TV. Created by the CIA. Controlled by the Vatican. Okay? We're not going to be slaves no more. Slaves no fucking more. You're going to be able to grow your own vegetables. You're going to be able to live off the land. You choose to move from your land to another piece of land. It's in our Constitution. No payments. You want to trade something, trade it. All these permits and licenses. You need a license for it. You know how to drive? Drive. All these made-up laws. These states and government keeps making these stupid laws. There's only a few laws out there. Common law laws. God's laws. What are God laws? I don't hurt you, you don't hurt me. I don't kill you, you don't kill me. I don't steal from you, you don't steal from me. You want something, I'll give it to you. If I have it, I'll give it to you. If I don't. No big deal. I have extra money, boom. I have extra silver, because I've bought a lot of silver. I'll give you some silver. I've already given out silver. And the stock exchange, they're saying it's $26 an ounce. Bullshit. It's $700 an ounce. They've been selling paper silver with no backing to rip people off. Yep. Yeah. So things are good. You are in. I know we've been depressed. I know we've been beat up with this Biden nonsense. There's a reason for it all. God has a plan. God brought Trump in. A blessed man, a caring man, a loving man. The military asked him to help him. General Dunfeld. The Marines are in charge. Marines are not going to let this fucking these losers, these scum, make us communists. It ain't going to happen. We're not going to be no third world war, third world country. We're going to be a great country. Marines are going to come in. They're going to straighten everybody out. Most of Congress is already arrested. Most of the Senate is arrested. Just the top few puppets that are allowed to speak and do what they're told and to and play their part to extend their lives or live in prison for life. It's their choice. Obama had that choice. He ratted out his Big Mike, and then he turned. So guess what? No life imprisonment for Mr. Obama. Execution. Bye-bye. Treason against our country, our fellow men. Yeah, that's what's going on. He can. I believe it in my heart. I believe it in my spirit. I've done a lot of thousands of hours of research. This is the best time to be alive. God's cleaning out the evil. Cleaning the evil out. Our children, our grandchildren, they're going to live in utopia. There's no reason for this. We have plenty of money. We've been giving our money away since 1913 to the Federal Reserve, which is a corporation. Which I heard it went down last Wednesday for a couple hours. Nothing in news about that. That's when it switched over to the quantum financial system. And these elites, I found out, these elites, these cabal, the Roman cardinals, every dollar that they took from you, they record it to the ledger. They know exactly. They are very good on their ledgers and money stuff. So all your money in your bank is going to be switched over. About a year, we're going to change over to the other currency and get rid of this fiat paper, not even worth wiping your ass with, because it's not worth anything. It's all made up. Federal Reserve have been printing money like crazy, try to survive. So I know they're getting taken down. Treasury's in Reno, okay, in an Indian reservation, sovereign land for the United States. Our state's going to have to start becoming sovereign. They're going to have to really follow the Constitution. Get rid of all their amendments and all their nonsense that they've created, all this Shia law. These policy makers, policy enforcers. They're not supposed to pull you over for speeding when they're speeding to catch you. Okay? They pull you over, they better have a search warrant. I have to be wanted to give them a reason to pull me over. It's the law. It's the Constitution. Going back to the Constitution. That guy Trump signed it. You got to see how things happen. Melania texted the night of the 4th of July, I'm going to be going upstairs to sign the Constitution with Donald Trump. Yeah, and we went bankrupt. United States Inc. went bankrupt. Was part of the Vatican Federal Reserve. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, those papers were filed. Yeah, and we had to pay the debt off to China and Saudi Arabia. So our debt's cleaned up. But we got a lot of money. We took 664 plane loads of gold out of the Vatican. And they're distributing it throughout the world. Every country's wealthy. Every country's wealthy. God made sure of that. Underneath the ground, everywhere there's wealth. Africa. They've been raping and slaving and just killing in Africa. Africa's got the most minerals underground. Those people, I'm hoping I get there one day to help them build, help them just, they say they're the happiest people. They got tons of money on there. They got so much gold and diamond minerals. But then you get these companies, these elites, these wars, these scum come in and take it over, steal it from them. It's thieves. kings and queens, right? We're all pawns. But they got outmatched by a guy named Donald Trump, who's a 5D chess player. Got him on the run. And an awful big military intelligence. Awful big. All right. God bless you. Love every one of you. Give your love to everybody out there. Tell them to relax. Keep the vibration high for us. Trump's got this. And more than that, more important, ain't about Trump. Okay? It's about our freedom. Our revolution. And they're not asking us to pick up a gun. It's digital. Me getting word out to you, you getting the word out to somebody else. It's digital. We don't want no one in fighting. Let the military do that. That's why he brought them all back. God bless you guys. Keep the faith.